this afternoon, so, you know.
I have a huge food story, huge story. This could be breaking international news.
All right. Ooh.
If you like KFC, this will rock your world.
Okay.
You know, Colonel Sanders and the secret recipe with the 11 herbs and spices.
Yes.
Okay, a Chicago Tribune reporter went to Appalachia and was interviewing Colonel Sanders, who's passed away, nephew.
Okay.
Nephew pulls out a photo album. And he's like, hey, look, this is my family. This is the great uncle, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
Flips a page. After you see this, the recipe was on the back of something. He says the recipe is the 11 secret herbs and spices. You're about to see it in a moment. It's handwritten. It lists 11 herbs and spices with the measurements on the back of a will of the original Sanders wife. His name was Harland Sanders.
Yeah, yeah.
The nephew is quoted in the article as saying, yep, that's the original 11 herbs and spices that was supposed to be such a secret. I mean, this thing is under lock and key. It's kept in a vault, allegedly. Yeah. It's really become lore that they have two different suppliers supply them with various combos of the 11 herbs and spices so no one can leak and get it. Okay, since it's caught steam and everyone's like, oh, the 11 herbs and spices, the nephew's like, oh, well, maybe not exactly that. He's kind of backtracked on it.
Right. Right.
But it's basic things like salt, thyme, basil, oregano, celery salt, paprika. It has all the measurements, garlic. There's no
It does have the measurements?
Yes.
Okay.
Like a quarter teaspoon of this, a pinch of that, and then put it in 2 cups of flour. So now he's backtracked. He says he's not sure if it was the original, but he's pretty darn sure when he gave the interview. Isn't that great?
That is, yeah.
It's like, whoopsie doodles.
I mean, maybe it's okay now because KFC is like a well-established brand, and you could say, oh, I'll just make it at home.
But you couldn't replicate that.
You couldn't duplicate because you don't have the same fryolator and the same machines.
I'm telling you.
Whatever.
You could put a shoelace in the KFC batter, or even Popeyes for that matter, and I'd be like, this is a great shoelace.